Well, welcome once again. Now that in the first lesson we calculated the mean, now let us calculate the median. Let us calculate the median. Welcome back to S&M Academy. Now, the mean, the mode, and the median are the measures of the central tendency. Now, let us calculate using the same question because the mean and the median are very close to one another. Let us calculate the measures of the central tendency. The median. To calculate the median, you need this column known as the cumulative frequency. What you do, the word cumulative meaning that it is you are moving from one step to another, adding cumulatively. For example, in this case, the first frequency is 5. Then you take 5, which is this one, your 5, which is here, 5 plus 5, which is going to be 10 cumulatively. You add 10 plus 7, which is going to be 17. Hope you're following. Then 17 plus 6, which is going to be 23. Then 23 plus 13 is going to be 36. I hope I'm not too fast. Then 36 plus 3, we're going to have 39. 39 plus 5, we're going to have 44. 44, you add 3, we're going to have 47. And here we're going to have 50. Now, we want to use them to calculate something called the median. How are we going to get this median? In this section? The way we are going to get this median, we are going to get the lower class limit. But before we go to what is lower class limit, let us first of all know how to calculate the median. The median, you take 50, which is the cumulative frequency, you divide 50 by 2, you get 25. So on the frequency, when you get 25, meaning that it is at the center of the frequency, it's like the middle part or the middle section of the frequency, you ask yourself, in which class does 25 lie? 25 doesn't lie in the class with the cumulative frequency of 23. 25 doesn't lie in the class that has the cumulative frequency of 23. It lies in the one that has 6, because 23 is smaller than 25. So what you do, you take half of the cumulative frequency, you come and you ask yourself, where does it lie? Sorry, it is not straight. Where does it lie? You realize that it lies on this row. So what you do, you come to this row, and then you identify the lower class limit of this class. Remember, we have the class limit of 60 to 64. Then we have it as 60 and 64 is the class limit. But down there we have the class boundary. Which will be the lower class limit of this one is 59.5, and the upper class limit is 64.5. So you have 59.5. You add what is the difference between this 25 that we have, which lies in this section. You subtract the cumulative frequency right on top of it. You take the 25, which is your half the cumulative frequency. You subtract the cumulative frequency just right on top of it, which is 2. So if you take 25 that we obtained here, that we realize that it lies in this row, you subtract the 23 on top here, which is going to be 2. You divide by the frequency. Of where your 25 or the half of the cumulative frequency lies. You divide by the frequency, which is 13. You multiply by the class interval. You multiply by the class interval. What is the class interval? Class interval will, you will obtain it by taking upper class limit. Upper class limit, you subtract the lower class limit. You subtract the lower class limit, which is upper class limit. In this case, you're going to have 64.5. You subtract the lower class limit, which we have agreed is 59.5. When you take the difference between 64.5 minus 59.5, that one will give you 5. That one will give you 5. Now, when you work out here, when you work out this one, you take 59, you take 59.5, you add 2 over 13 multiplied by 5, you realize that the value is 60.269. 60.269. This one is your median. This one is your median. This one is your median. So guys, that is how you calculate the median anytime you are asked to calculate the median in statistics. So in this section, I hope you have been able to understand how to calculate the median. We have agreed that the median, you come to the cumulative frequency, you get the total of the cumulative frequency here, you divide it by 2, you check where your half cumulative frequency lies, then on that column, you take the lower class limit, which is 59.5, you add the difference between the difference between your half cumulative frequency and the cumulative frequency right on top of it. The difference is 2, 25 minus 23. You divide by the frequency of that class. You multiply by the class interval. You multiply by the class interval. And that's how you obtain the median. When you take the lower class limit, you add this section. This section is the one that brings the aspect of the median part of it. This one is the median. Otherwise, I hope you have enjoyed the class. I hope you have understood how to calculate the median. We started from the mean, now we are in the median, and we will work until we finish the whole subtopic. And I hope you enjoy your stay in S&M Academy. And for those who have not subscribed to our class, to our channel, please subscribe so that we can be able to walk this journey together. Otherwise, we love you so very much.